Some of these dogs are dressed better than I am. Coming to you from Golden Gardens. The olden pardons of Golden Gardens. Hope we got a good live stream going here. You never know. Oh, I guess you sometimes do. We got one online. We got one online. Hello, the one online. Glad you're here. It's kind of coolish. A little bit cold by some people's standards.
That's all right. You can waltz in the background if you want to on your mask.
Oh, you're very silly. And I like that the first.
Well, in this world of living, there are people you recall. Some maybe more than others. You can't remember them all. Zarko had an auto shop. Yes, indeed he did. Yes, he did. And I used to hang around there sometimes when I was a kid. Now I'm hanging with my dad on a sunny summer day. And you can smell the grease and oil a block and a half away. And here comes Zarko with a toothpick in his grin. Well, look who's here, he says, come on in. Now they were talking adult talk. Yeah, but me, I was just a kid. So I went disappearing to where the real stuff was hid, in among the motor mounts, flywheels and the gears. And I had imaginations that would last for years. So sing a song for Zarko, whichever one you choose. But don't sing the blues for Zarko, because Zarko never had the blues. Not that I know of anyway. Or they say his hands were always dirty. Yeah, but so were mine. So we had an understanding that would last the test of time. I was rocket ships and aliens. He was wrenches and such. And some differences just don't matter all that much. They say he was always there to lend a hand or a tool. He never talked down to anybody. He never called anybody a fool. Never made a kid feel much less than like a kid should be. And that meant a lot to me. So sing the song for Zarko, whichever one you choose. But don't sing the blues for Zarko, because Zarko never had blues. Some dogs are dressed better than me, and some dogs aren't dressed at all. Now, my father used to tell me, and I do believe it's true, that the lucky ones are those who do what they most love to do. Some people reach for the stars, but Zarko, he just loved to work on cars. So sing the song for Zarko, whichever one you choose. But don't sing the blues for Zarko, because Zarko never had the blues. Sounds almost like the same song, doesn't it? Long live Willie Nelson, may you sing forevermore. You made 100 records, may you make 100 more. That's not the right chord progression. I am doing the song I just sang in a different key. But hold it a second now. Long live Willie Nelson, may you sing forevermore. May you make 100 records. You've made 100 records. Let me try that again. I haven't sung this song all that much, but I want to do it today on this beautiful sunny day. We got to decide what we want to be as Americans, right? We want to be a mob that attacks its own capital. Well, sometimes that's, it depends on how you describe mob and who owns the capital to begin with, but we know better than that about ourselves right now, don't we? So that's going to be all through the thread of what I do today. Long live Willie Nelson, may you sing forevermore. You made 100 records, may you make 100 more. May your music keep resounding from your little wood guitar, singing songs and writing songs to sing. What's worth? I'm going to try that again. I think I got it now. Yeah, I got it. I'm getting distracted by the sights. Show them some of those sights, Katie, if you get the chance. It's beautiful out there. For anybody down in Texas, we are in Seattle, Washington. All that water. Long live Willie Nelson, may you sing forevermore. May you made 100 records, may you make 100 more. May the music keep resounding from your little wood guitar, singing songs and writing songs to sing is what's worth living for. I'll tip my hat to you, Willie, and then I step aside, 'cause this music life we're living is quite a ride. Some lonesome red-haired stranger may be coming into town, looking for a place to unwind and lay his burden down. Don't take it personal, he's just crying in the rain. Maybe sing a song or two, and he's on the road again. I'll tip my hat to you, Willie, and then I take a 'cause this music life we're living is quite a ride. I get it. I get it. Now some people go for fortune, and some people go for fame. Between the wanting and the getting, there's a dangerous terrain. You can go to church on Sunday and pray to every God you see. Just give me a sawdust floor and a wood guitar, and that's good enough for me. I'll tip my hat to you, Willie, and then I step aside, 'cause this music life we're living is quite a ride. Now times when I was down and there was no getting up, I'd hear somebody singing, and that was just enough, and I'd sing right back. If you can do it, so can I, and I'll live to tell the tale, and I will tell it till I die. I'll tip my hat to you, Willie, and then I step aside, 'cause this music life we're living is quite a ride. Ain't that right? Tip my hat to you, Willie, and then I step aside, 'cause this music life you've been living is quite a ride. Yeah. Willie Nelson. All right. Now, what was I going to do? I was thinking about something. Well, let me do this in the meantime. Sorry? Do what I know? I'm not going to do what I know. This is all to be songs I don't know. I've been working on a record for quite a while now. Getting just about ready for the mix. And this song is on there. This is an older song, still resounds today. New York City story, 1999. Amadou Diallo, New York City shot him 19 times to get away with murder. It ought to be a capital crime after midnight. 4 white cops from the elite corps and Amadou Diallo standing in his own front door. Amadou Diallo, he was a West African man. They said he was suspicious. He had something in his hand. It was his wallet. It was his wallet. They put the trial up in Albany, where the police had more friends, and they said it was a big mistake. They never let it happen again. His mother crying in a far-off, lonesome place. She came to see justice done. What she got was a slap in the face. Gunslingers walking on the side of the law. Some have got a real short fuse, and that can be a fatal flaw if you fit the description. They might want to see you dance. Amadou Diallo, you never had a chance. Now there's a woman in the harbor. She's carrying a burning light, but it's getting hard to see now. There's gonna be a storm tonight. Can't you hear the thunder? Can't you feel that river run? Someone ask a question, someone give an answer. Something's gotta be done. Everybody's talking. There's something on everybody's mind. Amadou Diallo, it ought to be a capital crime. Amadou Diallo. Now that's a dog and a half. When I wake up in the morning and I'm feeling down, I open up the door and I'm looking all around. It's a dirty old sky in an upscale town. Yes, we can do better than this. And when I'm out walking when my day gets spent, past the triangle lot with a tarp and a tent, and the people I don't even know where they all went. But we can do better than this. But we can do better. We already did worse. Later for that. First things first.
We can do better than this.
I hope so. Well, now somebody's taking out a bucket of trash, and somebody's working for minimal cash. It's a big disease that starts like a rash. Yeah, so we can do better than this. When we pump and we posture, preen and we pose, And we laugh at their language, their hair and their clothes. And we think that we're better, so we look down our nose. Yes, but we can do better than this. But we can do better. We already did worse. Later for that, first things first. But we can do better than this. Now everybody's staring at a plastic phone. They think they're hanging with their buddies when they're really alone, falling into holes that are overgrown. Yeah, that we can do better than this. I forgot what my verse is. Hold on now. Oh yeah, everybody's staring at a plastic phone. They think they're hanging with their buddies when they're really alone, falling into holes that are overgrown. Yes, we can do better than this. Well, you get a little crazy and you get a little more. Before you know it, you're knocking in the doors, just trying to make it to the sanity store. Yeah, that we can do better than this. We can do better. We already did worse. Later for that, first things first. We can do better than this. Old man went walking for a mystery mile. People got word he was gone for a while. And when they found him, he was sitting with a great big smile. Sitting in a homeless camp. He said, I got lost in my own migration. And these people took me into my consternation. It was great. It was like I was on a vacation. You can't do better than that. But we can do better. They already did worse. Later for that, first things first, we can do better than this. Well, I was watching the president on TV. Well, let me tell you, it was a sight to see. I don't know who he was talking to, but it wasn't me. Oh, I said, we can do better than this. All he did was strut and pose and snort and snuff. Like a pig with his trout in a feeding trough. So I just got up and I turned it off. I said, we can do better than this, and then we did. We can do better, we already did worse. Later for that, first things first, we can do better than we can do better. We already did worse. Later for that, first things first, we can do better than this. Yeah. I'm going to sing this every day for the next little while. Don't let the door hit you on the way out. Don't let the door hit you on the way out. Don't let the door hit you on the way out. Don't let the door hit you on the way out. Hey Trump, how you doing? How's that bottom line? I understand your ship is sinking a fathom at a time, sewer water coming up around your chin. Well, I hope you got some water wings, 'cause I know you can't swim. And don't let the door hit you on the way out. And don't let the door hit you on the way out. Now I remember Tricky Nixon going down. Yeah, we all thought he was the biggest crook to ever come to town, but you make him look like a real fine, upstanding guy. So pack it up, buddy. Yeah, learn to say goodbye. And don't let the door hit you on the way out. And don't let the door hit you on the way out. Now maybe they'll take you back on reality TV, where you can pretend to be the president of an imaginary country where everybody loves you and they admire your reach and your hair is always perfect and you can never be impeached, or maybe you can get a job working in Trump Tower. Yeah, cleaning out the toilet bowl for $1.35 an hour, or maybe something nice and easy where you don't have to think too hard, like walking real slow around a prison yard. And don't let the door hit you on the way out. And don't let the door hit you on the way out. And don't let the door hit you on the way out. And don't let the door hit you on the way out. Yeah, we're gonna have to fumigate the place after you're gone. Yeah, we're gonna have to clean up all the messes from it just lingers on. But there's a good day coming, new day coming around the bend. It feels real good to sing this, so I'm gonna sing it again. And don't let the door hit you on the way out. And don't let the door hit you on the way out. And don't let the door hit you on the way out. And don't let the door hit you on the way out. That's what I'm talking about. But that's not all I'm talking about. Golden Gardens. It's a beautiful sight to see. It's Elliott Bay, the Puget Sound, going up through the islands and on out to sea. People walking their dogs. Yeah, they got a way of talking. When they see human beings go by, whether they're running or their bicycles, they're just walking. Yeah, the sun was out till it went behind that cloud. But they're in a storm wind. In the crowd, it's a fine day. It's Saturday. Seems like a world away from Wednesday. What happened on Wednesday? Oh, that's right. The ex-president. He's having a lot of trouble believing that the vote was counted correctly, and he's gonna have to be leaving. So he keeps saying, "No, that's wrong, man. I'm gonna stay. My people won't let me go because they love me. Yes, they love me so." And they say, "Yeah, I love him.
I hate you.
As long as he allows me to break things in public, I love him. And lie about this and lie about that. Keep reality stuffed up under my hat." Yeah, so that was Wednesday. But this is Saturday. And it's a beautiful day. And there's a little fishing boat going out fishing for little fish. Seagull flying. Ain't nobody crying. Everybody's smiling. Crow up in the tree. Yeah. Oh, well, I guess I spoke too soon about nobody crying. But you know, when you're pushing your little scooter along and you got your helmet and your mask on, and your parents are right there and you cry like that, it usually only lasts about 30 seconds or so. She's all right now. Uh-huh. Oh yeah, she's just having a little bit of trouble navigating the walkway. That's okay, we do too, I do too. sleeping in the car seat. This is a song from that album I told you about that I was working on here in the COVID times, where everything has to be done just right. Little song I wrote one morning when I was walking around the neighborhood and I saw somebody sleeping on a car seat right on the sidewalk. There was no car, just a seat, open wide, covered up with a blanket. He was just a foot sticking out. So I wrote this song for him. I'm only assuming it's a him. I don't know for sure, but I think so. And maybe someday he'll get to hear it and think, wow, that sounds like me. Sleeping on a car seat on a side street. Sleeping on a car seat without a bed sheet. Some cars don't have any seats, some seats don't have any cars. You get tired enough, you're gonna sleep right where you are, sleeping on a car seat on the side street. Now it's a quiet kind of neighborhood, and nothing ever goes too far. Sunny day in the morning, and there you are, sleeping on a car seat on a side street. That's right. One foot out and one foot in and one foot on a prowl. I'd rather be sleeping in a feather bed, but this'll have to do for now. Without a car around it, and just right where you found it, sleeping on a car seat on a side street. Jessica Lurie's horn comes in here now. Now remember I said he had that one foot sticking out? Somebody might come along, maybe somebody see your shoe. Somebody might steal your wallet, now what are you gonna do? Sleeping on a car seat on a side street, that's right. Black crows talking tree to tree. Day is a-getting warm. There's a turbulence advisory, but it's for another kind of storm. Sleeping on a car seat on a side street. Sleeping on a car seat. One foot out and one foot in. Hey, where you been, my friend? All around the world and back, and there you are in a sleeping sack. Without a car around, it just right there where you found it, sleeping on a car seat. Mouse running over your shoulder, drone flying over your head. Police sitting in a cruiser, ain't no breakfast in bed, sleeping on a car seat on the side street. Yeah. Hello in there. See, I was saying hi to him. Hello. Didn't want to wake him up though. Hello. This is called Great Big World. I didn't know what to call it until I did it on a live stream about a week ago or something, and somebody said, hey, I really like that song, Great Big World. I thought, that's the name of it. I never knew my father could sing, and I never heard a note. He was an engineer with a slide rule and a shop coat. Poetry was not in his nature, nor whimsy his forte. I never knew he could sing until I heard him sing one day. He was 92 years old, and we were shooting the breeze about the times when people listened to different melodies. And there was one that had a certain kind of swing, and he sat up a little straighter then, and he began to sing. And there was Lily Marlene and a bicycle built for two, and they moved on down to the orchard town in the light of the mountain view. And sometimes he sang out loud when there was no one around. It was a great big world, and it kept on turning around. You know, the funny thing is, back in the day, before all our tables were turned, I'd be the one trying to sing something that I just learned. And he was looking at me like I was a fool. Yeah, maybe I was. But I just kept on going, because that's what a fool does. And I was yelling at him, and he was screaming at me. And I couldn't think, and he couldn't see. And I slammed the door, and I was gone. And 50 years later, he's singing me a song. Well, he's gone now, out to where we all will go, beyond the walls and the bridges of the goodbye hello. Yeah, but for all of the songs and the way of what I do, I think I understand a little better now. So this one's for you. And there was Lily Marlene and a bicycle built for two, and they moved on down to the orchard town, and they had a kid or two. And he'd sing out loud sometimes when there was no one around. It was a great big world, and it kept on turning around. It was a great big world, and it kept on turning around. Real short. That's a real short song. I gotta do something longer now. Look at that out there. Yeah, nice. Oh, I know what I'll do. I know what I'll do. If you go to the, I don't know if anybody might be in Italy or something watching this. You just don't know. That's what I like about it. It's a kind of a busking gig, right? But you don't get to see the people that are walking by. Well, you get to see some people that are passing by, but they're not in your crowd. Your crowd is spread around. Tuscaloosa, Arlington, Dublin, Menon, Eugene, Oregon, that's right. I'll do a few more songs because I'm having a blast. Well, if you come to Seattle and you go to the Trader Joe's in Ballard, that's where we are now. We're in Ballard, sort of Ballard. Right on the other side of the Trader Joe's, you'll see a little house. It's all boarded up. And there's high-rise built, not really high-rise, but there's buildings built around it. Now that house was supposed to come down, but there was an old lady living in it. Never learned her name, but she wouldn't sell, and she wouldn't move. She had nothing to prove, just her life, that's all. You know, I'm not leaving, this is my life. So she stayed there. And all they could do eventually was just build around her, which is what they did. But it's really cool because they didn't get to build a complete building. She gave them a whole. Isn't that nice? I like that. And I say that because this song is about another woman who wouldn't move, a founding personality in this city. They called her Angeline. In this beautiful country in which I'm living, there is a story that you'll find about a woman named Kiki So Blue, and how they called her Angeline, Angeline, Kiki So Blue. She was the eldest daughter of Chief Seattle. She watched the world disappear. She said, you can build your town around me. I'm not going anywhere, Angeline. Kiki So Blue. Anna was a fine and expensive wife of Doc Maynard, who defined her into something to be owned. When she said, you're much too beautiful for such an ugly name. From now on you will be known as Angeline, and not Kiki So Blue. And they made her illegal. And all of her people and the children threw rocks behind her back. Oh, but Kiki So Blue had some rocks of her own, yes she did. And she threw them back, Angeline, Kiki So Blue. Yeah. Landlord, landlord, look over your shoulder. Careful who you're talking to. Maybe somebody you stole something from. Come to take it back from you, Angeline, Kiki So Blue. So many thieves, for all that they have taken, they leave us with a world full of holes. Oh, but we have rocks. We have heroes, and we will not do what we are told. Angeline, Kiki So Blue. I have batteries dead?
On my phone it is.
Oh, on your phone it
Can't
is.
tell what time it is.
Okay, nobody knows what time it is. I'm gonna do one more song. That makes sense?
Yeah, that's Jim Page.
Ha-
100?
Oh, I know your name. Oh, hey, Tor. I remember you. Yeah. Don't come too close now. Remember, we're in dangerous Very, very dangerous.
used to play down at the Pike Place Market.
So did I.
40 years ago.
Wow.
45 years ago.
900 years ago. I'm old enough to remember 900 years ago. Oh, I should do a Pike. I'm gonna do a couple of Pike Market songs then. You did?
Yeah, very long right here and played the guitar. If you play these Memphis Mini type tunes.
I remember. Yeah, you were good.
Yeah, that's her.
Where's your guitar?
You are good. Let me put it like that. Well, okay. Well, I'm going to do a couple more songs, and they're going to be Pike Market songs. One's going to be called Pig Alley, and the other one's going to be called Jim's Song. Is that all right?
Yeah, do it.
Okay. Pig Alley is a nickname of the Pike Place Market, you know, because because of that's why there's pigs all over the place. And I wrote this initially way back in like 1972, but it fell out of favor because the lyric was kind of too forced, and I was like trying to sound like I was smart or something, so I just put it aside. And then, you know, with all the you can't go anywhere, do anything but stay home, I've been like going through a lot of old material and rewriting if there's like parts of it that I like. So I rewrote this one completely. There's like 2 verses that I keep and a couple of characters that I keep, and the rest of it I rewrote, and I'm going to try to do it without making any mistakes. Goes like this. Down along Pig Alley, everything is in a fog. There is nothing moving anywhere except a hobo dog with his nose stuck in a boiler that's been busted for years. From around a darkened corner, a young cowboy appears. Just got into town, it's the Pike Street Kid, and the dog and him go off together down along the skid. Yeah. Amelia was a pilot then until she came to land among the barkers and the buskers by the newspaper stand. With everything she owned inside a lowly paper sack, on the road away from where she came and never going back. And when she heard about the hobo dog, heard about the kid, she said, that's where I'm going. And that's just what she did. There's a white horse in the alley neath the watercolor sky. And here comes Father Christmas in the middle of July, attending to the castaways and the winders of Creel as he takes out his harmonica and he plays a little reel. That was an ode to the clinic, conjured into view in the back rooms of a tavern on First Avenue. Oh, that's what I'm talking about. Jazz. Whoa. Yeah, I see what the deal is. Oh, they're sweeping out the hallways after last night's demise, making way for further escapades, arriving by surprise. Karina with her bootlace and her bundle full of keys. She's the one that you depend on when the locks begin to freeze. And something in the magic shop, the mongers of delight. Anything is possible, they say, if you look at it right. From out of nowhere, Pagliacci comes to take a bow with a top hat of balloons. You wouldn't recognize him now. Juggling a load of empty boxes as he fumbles for his keys, but they slip right through his fingers he falls cursing to his knees. A little monk comes running with a license to intrude. Hey, watch your language, buddy. God is in a bad mood. Oh, yeah. No bosses, gods, nor masters, says the Pagliacci clown. He's been in the bookstore, yeah, and he couldn't put it down. No angels in the armory, we sacked them years ago. The skies are great democracies for all the winds to blow. And the poor befuddled monk is left to wander in a daze that lingers on for days. On the beach below the pilings, in a well-pitched camp, there lives Gentleman Jim with his band of trusty tramps, living almost entirely on dumb luck. Still, the gentleman's got enough put aside to buy them a pickup truck, and the sun is shining brightly as down the road they drive, some of the very few to ever get out alive. Now there's a clock, a pig below the clock that tells a fraction of the time. The bricks are made of burgundy, and there are no straight lines. As down along the avenue they used to call the skid, you can see the hobo dog, Amelia and the kid, disappearing in the distance, where the sun begins to fall, leaving us to wonder if they were ever here at all. Yes, down along Pig Alley, down among the weathered walls, the cafes and the stairways and the flower stalls, and by the oyster bar and Angeline's tree, there's a wayfaring stranger and a ship that went to sea. And I met my love in springtime. I was playing my guitar, and we still go there sometimes to find out where we are. At least I'll play it out right. Here we go. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. We're going to end right
Tips are
here.
great if you
Tips are great if you can afford it. If you can't afford it, as long as you're here, that's great too. And I'll see you next time. You stay safe, all right? We'll get out of this mess. Not much I know. See you later.